welcome to Revelations Through Language, the channel where we look into the deeper meanings behind the phrase and words that we use today through the lens of faith. Come with me as we embark on a journey to discover the truth.
Hi all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Revelations Through Language. Welcome to another episode. So today we're going to be looking at why it's good to be nice, but not nice to be good, and why nice people finish last. So this is a thought or revelation that I had a few months ago after a conversation that I had with a friend, and it made me finally understand and realize why being nice is not good, but being good is nice. So, to paint the background of the story, this thought or this revelation stemmed from a conversation that I had with my colleague at work. And one of the things me and my colleague talk about is we talk about finances because we work in financial services. And we were talking about a guy who we both admire and read and follow online, Dave Ramsey, who gives some great financial advice. And one of the things we were talking about is we love his analogies. And one of the analogies that Dave Ramsey uses is he always says, is it nice to give an alcoholic a drink? Sure, but is it good for him? And then that's when, in having that conversation and thinking on the analogy that Dave Ramsey used, I realized that when we say things are nice, we normally think it's good for the person when it's not necessarily the case. So, like that analogy, if you give alcohol to someone who's a drunk, is that nice for him? Sure, but is it good for him? No. So all that does is harm the person. So then that made me realize that being nice enables someone, and the nice is actually is defined as giving satisfaction or pleasure. So if you give someone who's an alcoholic a drink, of course that's going to give them pleasure and satisfaction. So they're going to keep coming back for more. So really, it's about when to be nice rather than just being nice. So the time to be nice is not when it enables bad, i.e., giving an alcoholic a drink, but the time to be nice is when it will enable good. So when someone who does drink has decided to change and stop drinking, that's when you're nice to them because that enables their change. And then that's where we move to goodness. And goodness is described, or being good anyway, is described as the conduct that should be preferred when posed with a choice between possible actions. So, generally, between the good and the bad, the easy and the hard. And this is why most of us respect good people because they've made the hard choice, and anything that's hard is respectable. Whereas being nice isn't a choice. Nice is just something that you do. Nice is giving satisfaction or pleasure. So being good shows strength and shows courage, and that's why people respect good people. Whereas being nice is just a bit vanilla, a bit plain. It's not a virtue. Whereas being goodness is. And the Bible verse that this thought made me think of was one of my favorite Bible verses. So I'm a big believer in doing the fundamentals. So I like doing the basics very well, and that goes for everything I do, including my faith. So some of the verses that I love are the most famous verses, and it made me think of the verse in Psalm 23, verse 6. So where it obviously tells us that surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And when I've read this after this following thought about being nice and being good, it made me realize that obviously using my language skills, whenever you use the word and, it means with. So if you use goodness and mercy, it means goodness with mercy, meaning that you can't have goodness without being merciful. And that's why as Christians, we also say God is good. And that means God is merciful. And that's also why we respect those who are good because they're showing mercy, which is a sign of strength. So obviously, using God as an example, him being the creator, he could destroy the earth anytime that he felt like it, but he never does. He shows us mercy and he shows us grace, but you can only have mercy if you are good. So that's why it says goodness and mercy, meaning goodness with mercy. And also why we respect good people because it's a choice that's hard and it's also merciful. It's a show of strength. Whereas being nice is not a choice, it's actually a show of weakness or vulnerability. So though it's good to show your vulnerable side at the right time, it's not always good to be vulnerable. Whereas it's always good to be good. And hence why we also say it's good to be nice, but we never say it's nice to be good.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. In the meantime, check out some of my other deep dives. Until the next one, God bless.